and with these fine gentlemen we've just come across today, just wanted to say how do you feel about today? What happened today?
Initially, we're not really very happy, to be honest, because of the way that things went today. Although we got to lay a wreath, we weren't allowed to lay a wreath initially. We weren't allowed anywhere near the cenotaph. We were corralled up towards Wetherspoons, the old Wetherspoons, and unfortunately we had to hang about there until we were actually allowed after 11 o'clock to make our way down to the cenotaph.
Yeah.
You know?
And what did you think, you know, when you got down, when they allowed you to walk down so far, what did you think of that being able, you know, you only got so far and you weren't allowed to actually lay the wreaths?
Oh, what it is, it's quite emotional actually, because I've been doing this for the last 10 years virtually, and to, like Dave said, to be corralled back and get pushed back, not without force obviously, but just, they know we're going to get no trouble from us veterans. But it's quite emotional for us on a day like today. But then when we're told that we can't go down and out across, we've got to wait and wait and wait. They kept us waiting and waiting before they dismantle the barriers. And it's quite upsetting. And, you know, when they finally let us down into, obviously about the COVID rules and all that, and it's quite, for me, I've done this for quite a few years now, to see no people there, and to see everyone dispersed and all that, it didn't seem like it normally is on Remembrance Sunday. It wasn't the same at all today, and it's very upsetting, I think.
Yeah, and with it being like a 100-year anniversary as well, it won't.
Exactly that. No, it wasn't. You know, 100-year anniversary of building a cenotaph.
Yeah.
And I think they could have made, from my opinion, they could have made more allowances for the veterans. They must have known it wasn't going to be mobbed out with veterans.
Yeah.
Jeff, can I say one thing about it? She got rid of these protesters straight away, spoiled it.
Yeah.
She got rid of them straight away. They knew what they were doing, they knew we were there, and she got bang. Veterans only, protesters, march them off.
Exactly, yeah.
Like these guys there who were actually arguing with the police and causing hassle, picking up. They should just got rid of them straight away. They knew what they were there for, got rid of them.
Yeah, what happened there, Tracy?
I'm really surprised the people, civilians, they've done that to us, spoiled our day.
Yeah, it's spoiled it. And when we like attempted to walk down there, I thought it was just going to be like us veterans, not marching, but walking down. But they seemed to tag on, and there's three of them like hanging around out the side of Wetherspoons with cans of beer, and they seemed to tag on to us, and it just lowered us really, and I quickly got out of the parade. I didn't want to be associated with him. It just spoilt it.
We were told we could have a line of two, right? Then we were told if we'd done that on a march, we'd be breaking the law and we'd get arrested. Correct?
Yeah.
That's not good. Yeah. Cause no trouble. No. Why say we were breaking the law?
Well, yeah. What it is seemed to us, when us veterans seem to have, we've had demonstrations up before for Northern Ireland veterans, etc., etc. We stopped the traffic in Trafalgar Square. We had thousands of motorbikes come down about us Northern Ireland veterans, and these yellow vests, whatever you want to call them, they seem to tag onto our demos all the time. And they've been drinking, obviously, and they just lower the tone, and we don't want to be associated with all them. And they seem to like, it seem to be, like Bill said, they seem to be there today, these hangers-on. They're ramming with the police, and all those veterans, there weren't many of us now, a couple of dozen. We moved out of the way, we stood on the one side and let them go on with it. Because we don't want to be associated with all that, we're not like that.
No.
But it's, but we just come up here today, paid our respects, and like Dave said, we didn't want to stand on the doorstep. Like the various veteran websites said, oh, stand on your doorstep, do the 2-minute sign. But we didn't want to stand on the doorstep. We want to come up here, suit and booted with our medals on, our dad's medals, etc., and do our respects that way.
You can't pay your respects on the doorstep.
No, that's why I come up here today.
You can't do it on the doorstep. You've got to come here and do it.
Yeah.
So we made the best thing. Made the best out of a bad thing, Tracy, really. We've done the best we could. So, you know, obviously having a beer now.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, well deserved.
Yes, indeed.
There you go.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
Fine fellas deserve it. Respect to you all. Respect to you all.
Yeah.
So what regiments and everything were you in then? What was your regiment?
Well, my regiment was, I was in the 2nd Battalion, the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers.
Yeah, you were.
I was in the Blues and Royals, the Household Cavalry.
I was in the lifeguards at Knightsbridge Barracks, the top regiment.
That's
Oh,
how Cadbury.
Awesome, right.
Bill was on the horses
Oh, okay.
in the lifeguards,
Knightsbridge.
and I was on Chieftain Tanks in Germany.
And I was on
I've
foot.
done
You're on foot, you're a foot soldier. There you go.
May I ask a question as well?
Tracy, I was down there on the
With all
horses.
normally with Remembrance Day, you were mentioning that there's tickets across the regiments.
Oh, yeah, there is,
But this year there was only
8.
only 8 per regiment.
Yeah, what normally happens is that they do it on allocation.
Yeah.
Like some of the regiments, because they've been coming for a long time,
Yes.
they get more allocation. A bit like points for football.
Okay.
Football football team, you get more points
Yeah.
for away games,
Yeah.
etc. With us, the Household Cavalry, the Lifeguards, Bill's regiment, and my regiment, the Blues and Rolls, we normally get about 35 tickets. But this year, they limited to like 8. 8 for the Household Cavalry, 8 for the Royal Regiment of Fusiliers. Obviously due to COVID, but then they knocked all that on the head, no marching.
Yeah.
But we get the tickets through our regimental association.
Okay.
I was looking last year, Tracy. I got an actual ticket for the march.
All right.
Brilliant, fantastic. And I was very, very lucky.
Yeah, you feel honoured, don't you? Yeah.
Oh, right. Marching
Yeah.
down there, we already have veterans.
Here's on
right?
the back of your
Right.
neck saying on him.
Yeah, this
I
is it.
And this was going to be my very first march
Oh, really?
was it
Oh,
this year.
But Davey,
Unfortunately, it didn't go ahead, you know.
you're here now with brother, so that.
But I'm still here in
Still
faith.
here.
At the
Yeah,
moment, you're here with a
definitely.
blue, red, blue, the Household Division.
Yes.
Oh, bless you all, bless you all.
Davey is one of our brothers.
Yeah?
All right, from another mother, from our brother, from another mother.
Well, that's what they say, you all stand together as brothers, don't you?
Yeah.
So,
We're
yeah,
all one family.
that's it.
No matter whether you served in the Navy, the RAF, the Army, whatever. We're all one family. We're all brothers and sisters.
That's it. Oh,
We
well,
come together
I
for
for
things
one,
like this.
have the utmost respect for each and every one of you. I really do. My great granddad, he served in the war. And I think he was on the last boat back from Dunkirk. So,
Dunkirk.
yeah, he managed to get on the very last boat back.
Oh, wow.
So I was like,
No,
if it
what it
weren't
is-
for that, I wouldn't be here. So,
You know, what it is, Tracy, with us, to get the support from like non-military, I mean, it's great.
yeah,
It's great. You know, well, they support us and all that. You know, the only sour thing that gets me is when you get like the yellow vest, the name of, you know, a group. I call them a yellow vest. When they seem to tag onto our like, hold up. They seem to tag onto like our demos and causes,
Yes.
and they seem to lower the tone.
Put your eyes in.
Anyway, get back. There you go. But to get the support from you non-military, it's great.
Camera.
Anyway,
I should have. Do you know what I should have done?
was that a bloke?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it?
Hang
Yeah,
on, I've got to go
yeah.
and have a wee. We'll be back in a minute. I think my luck's changed there.
Oh dear.
Anyway.
There was a complete silence and 3 heads looking to the left.
That was all Cadbury.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, awesome. I just want to say thank you to you all for everything you did.
It's a pleasure.
Lovely big boat.
What the fuck?
So just, I was going to zoom in then.
I was going to steam with a photo there. I would. I'd be straight on Facebook.
Photo tape.
Do that again.
Oh, wow. I wish you come. I would have asked for a photo.
Did you see the size of that Adam's apple?
Yeah.
I would have
And
done.
hot shovels.
No, I would have done. I would have had a photo done, me and him. Phil, go and get him.
Oh,
It wouldn't be the first.
bless.
Who's pulling rank here?
Yeah, who's pulling rank? Yeah. Well, thanks very much for that. And
Thank you so much. It's
they're all
been an
going
absolute
to
pleasure
sign
meeting
on
you.
to my YouTube. They're
WW,
gonna, XX.
XX,
TW.
XX.
It's a large X, small x, TW, small x,
Oh.
large x.
TW.
Kiss,
Large,
kiss, TW,
small.
kiss,
Oh, yeah,
kiss. And that's YouTube.
VW.
You've got to go large X, small x, TW, small x, large x.
You've got it. You've got
100%,
it.
Bill.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
There you go. Lovely.
Well,
Right, thank you for
thank
that
you
then,
so
guys.
much indeed.
We're just going to join you and have a beer with you.
Jeff, pleasure.
Dave, pleasure, mate. You take care.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks,
Dave,
Steve.
pleasure. Bill,
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
Bill, nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
See you again soon.
You will definitely
I'll look
do
out for that
that.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
When
definitely.
will that be on
Yeah.
there?
This will go on tonight. I'll put this on tonight.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
So
let's sit tomorrow, won't we?
I'll put it on as a premiere.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah,
close it
you'll
off
be
now.